defines a spiritual person? First question. Once you know what defines a spiritual person, match yourself to that. Right? So a spiritual person, a person who has made spiritual progress, is one who lives a life of discipline, who has refined emotions. First, he lives a life of discipline. 2, he has refined emotions. 3, he works for the benefit of other people. Now, working for the benefit of other people doesn't mean he's not working for himself. But he's not a selfishly motivated person. Whenever you work for other people also, you will still be working for yourself, otherwise you will not be able to work for other people. So it is like, it happens by itself. So these are the important factors. So ask yourself, are you living a life of discipline? Whatever is your discipline, no, it depends. If you are a businessman, you work in a businessman. If you are a religious person, you do a religious discipline. If you are a student, you live a student's discipline. But you have a discipline. There is a particular discipline. You cannot have life go haphazardly. There should always be a discipline. So are you following the discipline to the station of life that you are in? I am. Good. 1. 2. Have you refined emotions? I mean, all the time you're getting angry, getting irritated, screaming, shouting, using curse words. Then you don't have refined emotions. All the time you're thinking how to take revenge, how to beat somebody, how to defeat somebody. You don't have refined emotions. Now, very often in today's world, these are the things that qualify you to be a successful person. The fallacy that people have in their head. Therefore, then their spirituality is simply going and putting flowers in some temple, going and lighting candles someplace, going and on Tirtha Yatra or pilgrimages, and then drinking and smoking and having all sorts of pot and everything and wherever they go. Because they don't know really what they're doing. No, we had the whole hippie culture at one time. They were after truth. They were searching for truth. But where did they land? On the beaches of Goa. And doing what? Smoking pot. And living in a delusional world. So, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have refined emotions, you'll go astray. And then once you have refined emotions, and once you work in a disciplined life, then what you do? You use that for the benefit of other people. When you use it for the benefit of other people, you are actually fulfilling a spiritual requirement. A spiritualist is a divine servant. He serves. He serves people around him. He serves his brethren. How much you are serving your life, you live a life, how much of that life serves the benefit of other people is the criteria of your spiritualist. A spiritualist can be a spiritualist without going to a temple, without going to a mosque, without going to any religious place, without doing any of the religious duties. He can just fulfill his duty. He can be a doctor and serve the people. He can be a lawyer and serve the people. He can be a businessman and serve the people. He can do philanthropic work. He need not go to any of these places. He reads your thoughts, he reads your emotions, he reads your feelings, he reads your intentions. That is God. He or she or it or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But refined emotions means refined. See, positive is almost like a destination. You can have refined emotions moving from this to that.
Okay.
So if you have anger, for example, anger is good. Who said anger is bad? Provided you direct it positively. If there is injustice in society, every social reformer was a social deviant. Remember this. No social reformer was a social reformer by birth. He started as a social deviant. because he deviated from what society was doing, he became a reformer. He was able to reform it. He was angry. He was angry with society, but he didn't go and break window panes and beat somebody up and demonstrate on the road and do hooliganism.
Or make reels.
He decided how to use his anger, how to harness that anger and use it in a constructive way. So he developed a new system of governance, he developed a new system of deliverance. And he delivered his people from all that misery. That's why he's a social reformer. Our society had discriminative practices against women, had discriminative practices against certain class of people. And we all grew through it. Then we had social reformers who came up. They were angry. They rebelled. They were deviants. Society went against them. Society cursed them. Society stopped them. Society punished them. But they persevered. And today we pride ourselves that in our country, we are a secular country. Why? Because somebody took that is a spiritual person. And whether he went to the temple or whether he went to said his prayers, nobody is bothered. And it doesn't matter. No? It is like that. So refinement is refining. You make that what is negative, that could be negative, you bring it from its negative state to a positive state. There are different stages at which it works.
And act constructively from that space.
Act constructively. When it is used constructively, it is refined. You're making more refined. It's like flour, no? Flour is coarse. Then you have refined flour. Then you have it more refined. But it's the same flour, no? It's nothing different. Comes from wheat, ground wheat.